What up, fam? Let's get to this live. Excuse me. All right, let's see if anybody joins in on this beautiful Saturday. Let's get to it. We're going to talk about not letting, how I don't let no one change my mind. Whether they're doing it consciously or unconsciously, on purpose, not on purpose. But once I'm set in how I'm going to do it and what I'm going to do. And the main reason, the number one reason because of that, the only reason because of that, is because my choices are made. This light pen is messing with me. Hold on a little bit. There we go. The decisions that I made, they're conscience guided. All my decisions that I make them based on what my conscience tells me to do. Whatever choice I make, that's why I call it a conscience guided life. I ask my conscience throughout the day what I should do with all my choices. It's at a point now where step by step the path lights up of what I need to do next. So when I make a choice, there's a lot of times where I go, I damn, really? Like that? But that just seems like so difficult. And what I mean by difficult, it's like scary, weird, cringy, overpriced, underpriced, too much. I don't think I should do it that way. Don't think I should go that way. But because now I'm just so in tune and knowing what the voice of my conscience sounds like, there's just no question. And it could be choices. What I mean by each the path lights up, each next step lights up exactly on where I need to go. It could be a choice that I make right now, but it ain't actually gonna move forward till next week. Like, hey, are you gonna take that trip? And see, yeah, I am. I'm gonna go. Cool, book it. Go ahead and open. Just go ahead and press send on the app, and yeah, let's go ahead and book that. All right, cool. When are we leaving? Oh, we're leaving next Thursday or next Friday or next Tuesday or whatever. It's still like 4, 5, 6 days, but the decision was made now. In that window is when sometimes could happen. Hey bro, why don't you? Which way are you gonna go? And you had already decided. We'll use like way of travel. Oh, I'm gonna take my truck. I was like, oh, you should probably fly. Have you ever thought about flying there? You should just fly there, bro. It's it's quicker. It's about the same price. You'll be able to enjoy this. They got the movie and they got the peanuts or whatever, Then you can just rent a car when you get there. It's a lot more convenient and cool. It's so cool when you come back home. You get home faster. You don't have to worry about driving back. All this is sounding good, and that's what I mean. I don't let no one convince me. That story that they're telling me, it's supposed to sound good. That option that they're giving me is supposed to sound good, but the choice was already made. I don't think I've ever had it where my conscience tells me change your mind. I have had it where it says like new choice, and there's no doubt. They'll say yeah, go with that one. But it hasn't ever came this up until now. It's never came in a form of you should or why don't you. It comes in a different way, and it's clear as day. It's not like dang, that sounds good. It's like, oh shit, yeah, okay, let's go. Or I'll ask, hey, you know of a better way? Because I'm having a little trouble with this. Oh yeah, do this. Oh, okay, perfect, let's go. And it'll just be clear as day. But as far as I'm already set, everything's already booked, everything's already taken care of, choice has already been made. No one's story, as good as it sounds, will change my mind as to what choice I have made. Because I'm certain that I want to listen to my conscience. I'm certain that I'm living a conscience-guided life. And I'm certain that my conscience will never steer me wrong, will never guide me the wrong way. It hasn't. It hasn't, bro. Since I started listening to my conscience, I've never made a wrong decision. It's freaking crazy. But yet, 47 years of me listening to the self, Mr. Know-It-All, Mr. Path of Least Resistance, path of least amount of trouble, of of pain, of discomfort, I've made the wrong choice hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands of times. Where then I'm going, damn, or here it comes, I shouldn't have done that. Or, fuck, I should have done the other one. That's regret. That's regret. And regret is the punishment that the universe gives you for not listening to your conscience. That's what I was taught. I applied it. It's true. It's been true. So then I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to start listening to my conscience. Let's see what happens. I'm supposed to not feel regret when I listen to my conscience. It took a few where I was like, oh, that's the voice of my conscience. Yeah, we're going to do this. Like, you damn well knew it wasn't your conscience. That was the self saying, that one's shinier, bro. Let's go to that one. And then you feel the regret afterwards. Ever since I was like, oh, okay, that's what it is. No, it's this one. My conscience is loud and clear, loud and fast. Even before I ask the question, or even before I think of which one should which one, the answer's already there. Clear as day. Just boom, we're going here. That way, and then I just spit it out as soon as I hear it. I don't hesitate. I don't question it. I don't look at my options. Fuck that. I go straight. Boom. This one. Yes. Book it. Go. Let's get it. And it's even, I mean, my loved ones have tripped out ever since that, because it was like, no, before, let's think about it. Let me think about it. Let me weigh out my options. Let me do this. Let me do that. And I, Mr. Know-It-All, would set everything up, structure it all up, get it all dialed in, and see which one was the most beneficial to the outcome that Albert wanted, not the outcome that the universe had for me. And guess what? The universe knows exactly what I need to get, what I've earned, what I deserve for the amount of discipline that I've built by doing the hard things, by doing the things I don't want to do when I don't want to do them and I know that I should. I've gone to the front of the line. I'm working my way to the front. I'm working my way to be one of the beasted up soldiers, one of the beasted up workers down here on the planet that is trying to be a good example to others. By doing the hard work, by waking up at an uncomfortable time, by eating less, tracking my food, by exercising every day. I just did 3 sets of push-ups and some burpees before I got here, just because it was just like, it was a compressed kind of day. We're going right now, my wife and I, our group here has just been going through some hella compressions since June, July, and apparently August too. Like some fucked it up ones. That is just like hella compression. And it's just like, damn, it's teeth grinding. It's fuck, this is hard. But this is when you don't complain even more. And if you do slip up, all I do is I look up at the heaven and I just say, I'm sorry, my bad. And then I'll say, thank you. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for this challenge. Thank you for these compressions. I won't let you down. I got what it takes. You're right. I do. I'm not going to fail. Staying on topic. So these choices will come. And you make the choice. And a lot of the times it's happened to me. It happened to me this morning. Where you heels, I'm like something like the whole, you know, hey, why don't you fly instead? Why don't you take your trip on a plane? It's much better. Like the example I was giving, and it will sound so good. Like, damn, maybe I should. It could be financially good, time saving good. Let's see if I can get there faster. I'll have more time to enjoy myself. I can rent a car there. It'll be probably a cooler car. I don't know. It's about the same price, or about, you know. I'll get to come home quicker, like, you know, I don't have to leave sooner to just start driving back. I could stay there just a few hours or day or whatever longer, and I could just be home like in a heartbeat, as opposed to hours of road tripping back home and the buzzkill of, I'm not going to this trip, I'm coming back from this trip, whatever. Like, it'll sound so good. It could be financial. It's about the same price, bro. Like, dang. It could even be like the opposite. It's cheaper if you fly. Like, there's that, you know, tight cheeks activity right there. If that's your vice, maybe it isn't. Maybe it's more expensive, but you don't care. Maybe it weighs the other way. It's like, man, over here it's business class. Yeah, it's 3 times the price, but I'll have, you know, nice, fresh, cool, fancy water, and, you know, crackers and cheese. I don't know. You know, I've never flown business yet, and you'll get convinced. And those are tests. I believe that's a test. That's a test that if you're still, you pass the first part of the test, which is now you're listening to your conscience. But are you sticking to your conscience? Or is someone coming in and convincing the self to say, hey, self, shut the conscience up. And you make the choice, big dog. You make the choice. You're the shot caller. You know more. You're Mr. Know-It-All. You're actually living the life. Why are you listening to this voice that you don't see and you just hear? Nah. You know what's up. You've been here longer. You know what it is to work, to wake up, to go to sleep, to get tired and go to bed and go in, day out. Just you do whatever you do. You deserve it, you entitled human. And it's up to you whether you pass the test or not. I've come to learn that for me, no. Once I make the choice, I make the choice. And you know, it's been asked too, well, what if it's the wrong choice? It's like, I'm still certain it's supposed to go that way. You call it wrong, I call it just is. Look at it took you forever. Look at you had to have some roadside assistance. Look at, on the way back you caught a storm and you had to stay at some rest area with the car. Look at you had to get some road service on the back. Look at all the restaurants you had you were eating at were closed and you had to eat gas station food. Or you may call it wrong. You may call it messed up. You may call it what a problem. I just call it is, because life is continuously happening for me, not to me. And I just look up above and say, thank you. And if I ever mess up and bitch, whine, or complain or self-victimize, I look up into the sky and say, my bad, I'm sorry, thank you. And I keep on moving forward, because all I do is I listen to my conscience all day. There is no wrong answer when you're being guided by your conscience. No one could convince me once I make a choice that is guided by my conscience. In a rare occasion, like I was telling you a little bit ago, in a rare occasion, I'll get a alternative choice. I like going with taking another car, or upgrading a room. Little choices like that. No, but I thought you were set over here on getting this room and not the suite or whatever. But I'll get a call and say, Mr. Lopez, you got this for the suite you want to. Conscience will say, take it. Like, that's not changing my mind. That's just a choice that appears. I'm given a choice. The friend who's telling me I should fly instead of this, he's not giving me a choice. He's he's just presenting an alternative. You could do this too. Why are you the agent? Where do I sign? No, I'm not the agent. I'm just your friend telling you, enticing you, putting the carrot right here in front of you, teasing you, and trying to see if I could get you to change your mind. At the end, you could tell me, yeah, bro, I'm going to do it, just to shut me up. And then when you leave, you're like, I'm not going to do that shit. I'm going to stick to my conscience. You're still listening to your conscience. You're not committing to that friend. No, I'm not. But when I have a choice presented to me, would you like a courtesy alarm clock so you can come down here and enjoy the breakfast? Say no. No, thank you. This is just examples that I'm throwing. Yes, please. It tells me to say yes, And then it'll tell me set the alarm before it. Beat the call. Oh, shit, okay. Get your exercise in before they call you. Get your exercise in before... Get those burpees in before breakfast. Okay, all right, cool. Yes, sir. And that's what it is. Once you get that connection, once you get that contact, once you get that plug from up above, and you have that contact with the voice of your conscience, it takes a little, very little, it doesn't take much, very little bit of practice. You're done. You're gone. You don't have to worry about making choices again. It's just there all the time. I'll tell you though, these choices are difficult when it's sometimes, like I said, most of the time it's going to be the rough road. The rough road. It'll be the tough choice. It'll be, I'm tired, it's hot AF, I'm exhausted, I've been compressed these last 2.5 months, I'm freaking tired. After this live, I could be walking back into the house and I'll get the download. It'll say, hit another 3 sets of burpees. Yes. It's never no. See, sometimes it's just not a choice. I just hear it and it tells me, I feel it. And I just say yes. And if I tested it early in the beginning, almost a couple years ago, I would say, nah, tripping, I'm not going to do that. And I don't. And then afterwards, I mean like a few hours later, or maybe like during a transition point, like I'm getting ready for bed, or I'm about to lay down, or even the next day in the morning when I wake up and I'm gonna do my next exercise, I'll be like, I should have done those burpees yesterday. And it'll be a minimal amount of regret, but nevertheless, it's still regret. And regret is the punishment. Regret is to let you know, yeah, you fucked up. You should have done those burpees I told you. Like, I know I did. Again, I look up above, I say, I'm sorry, my bad. And thank you. Thank you for the compression. Thank you for the regret to notify me, to let me know that I messed up, that I should have done it. All that does is, okay, next time, when I hear that voice, when I feel that sensation, when I feel that thing, something told me inside, I know it's yes. The answer is yes. And like I said, it's never guided me wrong. But the way to start learning is just listen. And what's really cool too is that you could also ask. You'll ask, like, you don't hear it, you'll be like, what should I do with this? And I tell you, you won't even be done asking the question and you'll get unanswered. The funny thing is that it's not the answer you think you're gonna get. Or it's not the answer, not the answer you think you're gonna get, because it's not the answer that you would normally choose. For me anyways, it was always the safe route, the cheapest route, the safest route, the most logical route, the route of least resistance, the least pain, that one that had the least chance to fail, the one that had the least chance to get me any negative attention. Like, what are you doing, bro? No, there you go, trying that again. Sometimes, like I said, it'll switch it. I mean, it'll give me the answer, and it's like, that one? Okay. In a funny way, not that I mean it, but in a funny way, I will think, why'd I ask? And then I'll answer myself right away. It's like, because I wanted the freaking right answer. Because all these years I've been giving myself the wrong answer, and it's the wrong answer. And that's when I felt that. Go to my early videos. I talk about it all, but I'm getting the chills right now. Go to that early videos, and I talk about it. I felt stuck for 44 years. 44 years of going in circles. I could rephrase that or add, if anybody would ever ask, why? Because I was listening to the self. I was self-victimizing, I was bitching, I was whining, I was complaining, and I was trying to do things on my own. I didn't know any better. And what I mean I was doing things by my own is not like I was trying to figure it out on my own. No, I would go look for these mentors that I still listen to till this day. One of my first ones, one of my OGs is Jim Rohn. I still listen to his stuff. Life is like the changing seasons. Work like an ant. I quote him all day long. And did you stop listening to him after you listened to your guys? No, but it takes on a whole new meaning in the sense of I would listen to them and then it's like, oh, I gotta do it like this, I gotta do it like this, I gotta do it like this. It was all decisions that I would make, choices that I would make, directions that I would take, choices that I would make, and I would never listen to my conscience. And many times I'd regret, fuck, why did I do that? Or, damn it, I should have done that. I knew I should have spent those bucks. I knew I should have signed up for that. Or afterwards, I was like, I knew I shouldn't have signed up for that. Why did I buy that? Why did I do that? Why did I buy that? Why did I book that? Why did I secure that? Why did I hire that? Why did I know now, for a fact, that if back then, in my 20s and 30s, if I were to be listening to my conscience, 75, 80% of it, probably even more, 80, 90% of my choices would have been the opposite of what I did. Because I would have been listening to my conscience. What would have been the result? I would have been way more ahead. I wouldn't have felt stuck till I was 44. The reason why I felt stuck, I truly believe, is because I was listening to the ego, to the self, instead of listening to my conscience. Because the moment I start listening to my conscience, guess what happens? Instantly felt unstuck. Within that day that I started doing the exercises of listening to my conscience and elevating my attitude and knowing that life happens for me, not to me, be grateful about something within the challenges that take place. Stop calling them problems and call them challenges, and basically stop bitching, whining, and complaining, and stop self-victimizing. Boom! Chains break free. 44 years of chains, and I'm free, and I start making more progress day by day than I've done all my life. Again, the chills again. That trips me out when I tell that story. Relationships got better. Finances got better. Opportunities started showing up. Opportunities start getting way better. Guess what? Problems stop happening. Whoa, what the fuck? How the hell did you get problems start happening? I did because I renamed them challenges. Now all I have is challenges now. Big ass challenges, medium sized challenges, mid sized challenges, small challenges, tiny challenges. All kinds of fucking challenges. But the challenges now, they're not problems. Problems would happen to the old me who had that victim mindset. Bitching, whining, complaining, self-victimizing. Problems all day long, bro. Sit there and pound my foot on the ground and go, fuck, why is this always happening? Why is this happening? That's bullshit, that's not right, that's fucked up, all those. Now I look back, I went back and I combed through all my past and all the bullshit problems that I would try to remember all of them since I was a little kid. Through a big kid, through my big kid, teen, young adult, adulthood, all the problems, I was 44, all the problems that I had that I could remember, and I would apply this mindset to them. I was like, damn, I was so wrong. None of those were problems, they were challenges. They were challenges. And then the ones, I even flipped it a little bit. And even the ones that I thought before, when I had the victim mindset of, man, see, these three people, they were really nice to me. They understood me. They supported me. They knew I could do it. After I cleared my mind and changed my mindset and had a disciplined, gratitude-based mindset, I was like, fuck. I love those people even more because, man, they felt sorry for me. They tolerated me. They felt sorry for me. They felt pity for me. It was more like, man, poor little Albert. Poor guy. Why is he like this? Why is he so just soft? Why is he just... They didn't even know. They didn't even know, but they would like, what is it? What was it? Is that it was self-victimizing mindset, no confidence, no discipline, trying to be funny in order to make people laugh to get a little bit of a dopamine thing. But that was just me because I had no confidence. I had courage. I had work ethic. And they'd see that, say, like, man, this kid's real courageous. Man, he has one hell of a work ethic. But I can't give him that promotion. I can't give him that spot. I feel sorry for him. Maybe I'll give him this spot. And looking back, I was like, that's exactly what was happening to me most of my life. People felt pity for me. They felt sorry for me. All of a sudden, I switched my mindset, stop self-victimizing, stop bitching, whining, and complaining, understand that life happens for me, not to me. Start getting myself some discipline, like within a day, it's like, fuck yeah, that's what discipline is. How? Exercise, diet, wake up time, tracking my food, waking up at an uncomfortable time, exercising multiple times a day, always with the intention to elevate my attitude. Well, the voice of my conscience got louder because I was at a higher mindset, I was at a higher attitude. And when you build your discipline, you get the equal amount of confidence. I was like, what the fuck? This is what confidence feels like. I've never had this. I had good work ethic and courage, but I've never had confidence. I was like, whoa, I want more of this shit because I thought I was confident, but I wasn't. All this starts happening within days, bro, just days. I feel my life changing. I'm untouchable. No one could make me feel like shit. No one could. You can't. You can't. I may mess up a little bit sometimes. I may get pissed because things don't go my way, getting self-victimizing just a little bit. But like I told you in the beginning of the live stream, what do? My bad. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you, and I won't let you down because I know I can handle this. I know that you will never give me a challenge that I cannot pass. Now I'm gonna make you proud because I know I got what it takes to get through this without self-victimizing, bitching, whining, or complaining. Don't let no one ever change your mind. Stick to your conscious guided decision, whatever you stick to do. Once you start understanding what the voice of your conscience sounds like, once you start knowing how it sounds, when it comes in, how loud it is, how fast it is, and you start making these decisions, and you start seeing that it's always the right decision, even if the outcome, the immediate outcome that happens is not the one that you would normally like celebrate of, just know that it's consistently happening for you. You might have to take a couple of punches in the stomach. Those are all tests too. Are you gonna bitch, whine, and complain? Boom. Are you gonna bitch, whine, and complain? No. Boom. Are you gonna bitch, whine, and complain? No. I'm gonna keep on going. I know it's not working out my way, but I'm still gonna listen to my conscience and do the things that it's telling me to do. And I'm gonna be grateful for these challenges. Thank you, thank you. Life happens for me, not to me. There's something to learn here. I'm not changing my mind of whatever you tell me to do, voice of my conscience. And then after you see, like, it starts off good, and then a couple of downwards, and then all of a sudden, boom, beyond what you expected to happen. You'll be like, fuck. That's the way it goes. It starts going up, and then boom, and then up a little bit, and then up a little bit. Are you gonna quit? Are you gonna quit? Are you gonna quit? Because you'll never, those downs will never be a down that you cannot handle. It's a promise. That's the way the universe works. I know you can handle it. Whether you do or not is your choice, because you have free will to control your attitude, which controls your thoughts, which control your feelings, which control your actions. And if you do pass that test, that challenge, that problem, there you go up higher, and you'll trip out. All you need to do is watch that happen 1 or 2 or 3 times. You'll be convinced. You'll be like, fuck this, conscious guided life all the way. Alright, if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you bust your questions below. Make sure you subscribe, bro. Make sure you subscribe so you get alerts. You get alerts when I go live. I go live multiple times a day. Yesterday, I think I went live 4 times. Today, I went live 3 times. I do these mini lives throughout the day. I call them pop-up lives, where I tell you what I'm going to talk about in the night. In the night, we sit down like this, 10, 20 minutes, we'll talk about the topic I was talking about earlier, but in a longer format. I don't do too much, or if any, like shout outs or anything in the evening, but during the day it's a lot more casual. I do shout outs, say what's up, maybe get some new people that never seen me before. It's like, hey, come kick it, fool. We kick it in the evening. Do a lot of pop-ups during the day, but in the evening we go horizontal and we talk about it. We say what's up. We talk about the whole subject that I'm throwing at you during the day, and it's usually something that happened to me either that day or the day before, which is what I talk about here. All I talk about is my current journey in personal development. Whatever stands out that happened to me yesterday or happened to me in the morning, usually in the morning, like this one, changing my mind, it happened in the morning. Today, Saturday, in the morning. I fought through it. I said, no, this is a choice I'm making. Cool. I appreciate it. Thank you, but I'm going to stick to my choice. Then later on, that same person that was presenting an option comes up to me and says, hey, can I get some information of that thing that you're going to do? Because that sounds really good. What's up? I was like, that's it. That's what I'm going to talk about tonight. I got on a quick pop-up live, started talking about what I was going to do, said a couple shout-outs. And those little pop-up lives, it could be anything from a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. The other day it was 14 minutes. If I have time and I have Wi-Fi, I bust it. So make sure you subscribe. Like right now, go over there, hit the subscribe button so you can kick it with Mr. Albert Lopez and the rest of the gang. Also, too, if you got a question, like this doesn't make sense, or what about this, or how about when this happens, or a story, that's something that happened to you, just bust it in the comments. Let's go. Let's build community. And also don't forget to share if you think someone you know would enjoy this content, my journey. And if you got any questions about sharing your personal development journey here on YouTube, ask those too. I got you. I'll tell you how easy it is to talk like this to the camera on your phone in the backyard. Watch my videos. It's all chill. Everything's on the phone. All the part about personal development, it takes no tools, it takes no money, it takes no nothing. And to start, it's just you and your decision to do it. And if it's already screaming at you that, hey, let's start doing this whole personal development thing, I got you. Exercise on the floor. Diet, eat less. Wake up at an uncomfortable time, whatever it is. Maybe it's already uncomfortable. Stay there. Listen to the voice of your conscience. Rewatch this one. Start sharing it on YouTube. I'm doing it here. You have a question on how to record on your phone? You got a question on how to select the live option? Start going live and talk about what happened to you earlier today and how you discovered how it worked and how it helped you make the best choice, and the whoa moment, and sharing your whoa moments that'll start happening when you start developing yourself to live on purpose. that's what you need to share, because you're going to help someone. Like maybe this video helped you, just like some video helped me. I'm just passing it along like someone passed it along to me. And I recommend that you do the same thing too. Start bettering yourself, applying what I'm teaching you here, and then start sharing the things, the aha moments and the whoa moments that happen to you along the way, so you can help someone out. All right, I'm gone. Have a great rest of your Saturday. We'll see you tomorrow.